God for all his greatness and goodness. What's going on, y'all? So I gotta come at y'all. Whose job is it to take care of your kids? Come on, let's be real. Whose job is it to take care of your kids? Now, y'all, don't get me wrong. I ain't coming on here like I'm the world's best parent, because I am not. I ain't coming on here like I did everything right with my son, because guess what? I have made some mistakes raising my child, and there are some times I would like to go back and redo some things. But I will say this: I did my best with my son. And I tried my best never, ever, ever between me and my husband to pawn him off on somebody else so I didn't have to deal with him. Not the case. I love my son. I know you guys out there love your kids. But y'all, it's some serious situations out here where there are some parents out there who don't want to take care of their kids. And it's really sad, because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of adults out there, married couples, who could not have kids, who would love to have the kind of child you have. And you out here having kids left and right and don't want to take care of them. Now, we can't always say it's dads, okay, y'all? It's not it's a lot of dads out there that are taking care of their kids. And there's some single dads out there taking care of their kids who mamas may have left. So let's not always say it's a fatherless home. Sometimes it's a motherless home. You get what I'm saying? So let's not just always put it on the dads. But I'm coming on y'all talking about these kids that their parents just don't seem to take an interest in their child's life, or they don't want to guide them. You know, I've seen situations where the parent didn't necessarily take care of the child. The grandparents did, right? But then when the child got a little older, the parents decided, you know, I'm going to step on in. And to me, by the time they're 15, 16, you're a little too late, you know, because they kind of already been raised. You know, to me, the younger years is when they need you. You know, from a newborn till about 13 is like some of the most precious moments to me. Not that I'm a psychiatrist. I don't have all the answers. I'm just a parent giving my point of view. So let me just say that. But I just feel like from the time they're born till about 13 are some of the most precious moments in their lives. These kids are going in schools, they're being bullied, they're being treated a certain kind of way. Their hormones start, you know, once they hit them preteens, their hormones start moving and their bodies start feeling certain ways. They're growing hair in places. These young girls are getting boobs, they're getting butts. I mean, it's a lot going on. And if you're not taking an interest in your child, she may go to the wrong source to help her or him, okay? And even when they become adults, and let me say this, young adults, they still need guidance. 20-year-old, 19-year-olds, yeah, you know, they may have graduated from high school and they're going to college. I get it, but they still need guidance, because now they're entering adulthood, right? But they're like, I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to major in. I don't know what my career goal is. I just don't know. And we've all, those of us who've been there, we know what that feeling is. We know what the feeling of becoming a young adult and just trying to make decisions that's best for yourself. It's really hard when you don't have guidance. When you have guidance and great leadership, it can kind of help you go in the right direction, because you're not necessarily pushing the child, but if you're giving them some sound advice, if you're giving them some courage to step out and just do the right thing, go to school, even if you don't know, just go to school and you'll figure it out. Get some type of education, but don't just end here. Don't just stop there, because you know, a lot of our kids, and I know for me, I'll give you a great example. When I graduated from high school, I was working it was Fidelity National Bank. It was Fidelity National Bank. And I thought I was all that in a bag of Doritos, because I was making like $300 a week. And it was my money. I wasn't paying no rent. I was with me and my mom. We had kind of became like roommates, so to speak. So she was like, you feed yourself now. You're an adult. I've had a telephone bill. That's probably it, from a telephone bill. And I think I paid the cable. That was my contribution. But back then, that wasn't nothing. It was like $50 here and there. And I was getting my little $300 every week. So I thought I was balling, And when I graduated from high school, I did get accepted to Clark Atlanta University and Morris Brown College. But I was just like, I don't know, like I ain't feeling college. Like, I'm making money, I got a job. And my mom said something to me that stuck out. She said, so look at it like this. She said, that's what you making. Graduate from high school at a bank. She said, but just imagine if you go to college, you get a degree, you can become the manager of the bank. And I said, she might be on to something, she might be right. So, okay, I followed her advice. But listen, maybe if she had said that to me, I wouldn't have done those things. I wouldn't be where I am today, So we have to step into our kids' lives, whether they're young or whether they're young adults. You get what I'm saying? Whether they're kids, toddlers, teenagers, or young adults, they need that guidance. I pray for my own son. I pray for my nieces and my nephews because, it's not easy out there. It's hard out there, y'all. And especially, when they get kids in their lives. Because now, not only are they struggling to get their lives together, now they have lives to feed. And it's really hard. And I feel like, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But I feel like for a young guy or a young woman in their maybe late 20s or early 30s, they have kids, and you are the grandparent. I think it's okay every now and then for you as a grandparent to step in and help out. Why? Because that's your child, and those are your grandkids. I cannot see myself with my son today if he had a kid and I see he's struggling and he don't have a car or he don't have the means. If I can help, I'm going to step in and help. Why? Because that's my son and those are my grandkids. To me, I think that's a natural thing that you would do. But believe it or not, there's some people that will look right at their child and their grandkids and be like, hey, that's on them. What? I'm sorry, but to me, that ain't nice. That ain't of God. Even God say, prepare it so your children's children can have something. When we leave this world, we need to have an insurance policy that would not only just help pay bills off, but to help our kids and their kids. You get what I'm saying? We're supposed to leave something for our children, but more importantly, we're supposed to take care of them while they're here, and they're your grandchildren. I'm sorry. I get attitude and I get upset because I'm like, really? That's how you gonna treat your child and your grandkids? Really? You cannot be like that, because guess what? It may turn around to where that child or them grandkids have to take care of you, and they gonna think about did you take care of me when I'm just saying. Hopefully they won't be like that, because negativity, just don't treat people how they treat you is what I'm trying to say. But you just have to be careful how you treat your children and your grandchildren, because I think it's only natural that if your child needs the help and if you can help them, you will help them. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I get upset about that. So I just think about, all the help that I had, and I even had aunts and uncles who stepped into my life. So even aunts and uncles, if you see that, guess what? Your sister ain't really doing right with the kids, or the brother ain't doing right with the kids. If you can help, step in. Step in and be that guidance that they need. They say it takes a village. It does take a village sometimes. And we can't get upset. We can get upset with our kids. I can get upset with my nephews and nieces or my own son if I see them not doing something right, and I can get on them because I've been a parent. I know how it is. But you still have to give a little tough love and say, look now, I'm gonna help you, but you better start trying to figure these things out, because I can't help you all the time. Can't pick you up and give you a ride all the time, or I can't buy you groceries all the time. Some of these things you're going to have to do for yourself. I'll start you off, right? I'll get you started, and then I need you to start learning how to maneuver, and that comes with guidance and leadership. Like I keep saying, they need guidance and leadership. Don't think just because they're grown, they don't need you no more. No, they're going to always need you. I always need you. And if you can be there, be there. And and I'm not always talking about financial support, but the words of encouragement, pushing them, talking to them, checking on them, calling them. Suicide, y'all, is at an all-time high rate right about now, because our kids and our young adults are so focused on social media, so focused on what other people are doing, to where you have to wake them up and say, hey, that's not you, that's social media, that may not even be real, but you as an individual is important. You are important. We have to let these young adults know that they are important to us, that we care for them. Somebody's praying for you. Somebody loves you. God loves you. You will be okay. They need that. Not always need financial support, but just words of encouragement, inspiration. Call, check on them. What's going on with you today? Come over to the house. I may not can take you out, but come over to the house. I'll fry you a piece of chicken. We can sit down and powwow it out, talk it out. And if men, women, it's okay if that man need to cry. If she need to cry, let them cry. Be that shoulder that they need, y'all. We got to step in. And parents, listen. If you didn't want to have kids, okay, I get it. But if you just said, I'm not going to take care of this child, please, go get some counseling or talk to child services and just say, because I would rather you give another parent a choice to raise a child than neglect the kid, don't care for him, don't put no interest, don't give no love. I would just rather that. It's hurtful when you see parents abusing their kids, molesting these kids or neglecting them. They don't eat, they don't feed. If you walking up in this building or this place, Gucci down, and this child got on raggedy shoes and shirts, I ain't got no love for you. I don't know. You might have to hold me back, because I might want to choke the poor person. I'm just saying, y'all. It's just two things in this world that I'm very sensitive for is kids and elderly people, because they don't really get to fight for themselves as we do in our middle ages. I'm 43 years old. I don't really need nobody to have my back. But an elderly person who is hard for them to walk, they need help. Or a child, that, like we say, them children that have to be here, you brought them in this world. So the least you could do is just care for them. So, I'm gonna get off my soapbox in a minute, but I don't know, I just see a lot of situations where parents really just ain't helping their kids or their grandkids. And they feel like it's somebody else's job, and that's why I say, whose job is it? Whose job is it? I want to go to these parents and say, who you think this job belongs to? It belongs to you, because that's your child. And guess what? Them your grandkids. And if you would rather walk around here looking like the boss and have your kid and your grandkids looking like crap, you was nothing to me. I'm caring about what you got going on, because you don't care about them kids. And I believe that your kids and your grandchildren are a reflection on you. I do believe that. It's a reflection. Because the first thing they're going to think about when they look at them kids, or the first thing they're going to say is, who kids are those? His, hers. So I'm just saying, y'all, please care for these kids. Aunts and uncles, if you got to step in, step in. Grandmama, granddad, if you can, step in, step in. We got to come together, y'all. I said at the beginning of the year when I taught, it takes a village. And guess what? It still takes a village. Because I know it's not easy. Don't sit here and think that I'm saying that it's easy to raise. I had one son. That's all I had was one. Some people got 3, 4 kids. I had one son. And even with my one son, it still was a struggle. There still was times where I would be like, okay, how are we going to get his lunch money together? Are we going to fix him lunch? There was times like that. And there are times when I said, if I would have just pushed him a little harder. Excuse me, y'all. If I would have just pushed him a little harder, maybe he would do better. So I have moments where I want to go back. But what I'm saying is, if you have the opportunity right now to make a change in your child or grandchildren's life, do so now. It's never too late. I don't care how old they are. I don't care where they are in their life. You can still step in and help with everything. You can help with some groceries, like I said. You can help with transportation, or you can just help by calling and giving some encouraging words and loving on them, because they need it, y'all. They need it. And please don't think that I'm putting anybody down, that I'm saying you're wrong. I'm just saying we gotta do better, and we gotta do more. So I thank y'all. I love y'all. It's your girl Sharon, just trying to encourage, inspire, and motivate. Every day that we wake up in the morning, y'all, is another day to be a better person and do something better and help somebody. Okay? So it's your girl Sharon. She cute, y'all. Hey, y'all. I love y'all dearly. Hit me up, like, subscribe, put some comments in the comment box. I love to hear it. It's your girl Sharon Holla.